I'm not sure if you saw this on Twitter, but the king is back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Revitalising Villa. Episode 5 is where we are at, and I've got a couple of things I need to catch you up on since you've been gone. First of all, and you may have saw this in the intro or on Twitter over the last few days, the king is back. Jonathan Kodjia has returned from injury. His broken ankle, it's gone. No problem. He's back in the side, and boy is it good to see him. We've been missing some sort of firepower up front, so to see Jonathan Kodjia back is very, very good to see. He's the main man up front, like you'd expect. Probably only for this season, though, to be fair. I'm probably going to want to bring in a new striker, a new main man, depending on how Kodjia goes. But he's back, and that is very good. I've brought in a new coach. It came up where the staff was sort of saying we need to bring in more coaches, and Phil Neville was a name that came up, and I thought, yeah, why not? Sure. He's pretty good actually, good stats. I thought he'd be a good coach, and he's come in just to add some names to the staff, I suppose. Why not? And finally, you must be wondering how we've got on since you were last there, and I've played a few games actually. So of course that penalty shootout victory over Brighton was followed up with a good 2-0 win against Bristol City away. Berke Bjarnason scoring a penalty right on the stroke of half time, and then a goal for Lys Mousset, which was good to see because at this point, of course, we had no strikers. Scott Hogan's still out, by the way, out for another 3 weeks or so. I don't know why, undisclosed still, which really just is stupid, but okay, sure. We beat Brentford at home by 1-0. Conor Hourihane getting the goal just after half time. Fede Varela had an awful game and missed a penalty in that game as well too. So, yeah, that was good. The good form came to a crashing halt though, at home to Middlesbrough. 3-1 loss. Jonathan Kodjia was back, made a start, got a goal. But unfortunately, Lewis Baker's penalty, a second goal for him, and Adama Traore scoring against his former side meant Middlesbrough went away with the 3 points. It was a blow, I'm not going to lie. But we bounced back. Barnsley away, a 2-1 win, and this was nice. Neil Taylor scored a worldie. Honestly, it was a stunner to put us in front after 5 minutes. Joe Williams equalised for them in the 82nd, and I was sitting there going, oh no, oh for God's sake, please. When Albert Adoma popped up for his 3rd goal of the season in the 90th minute, it was a win to put us back in the winning streak that we were on. I mean, if you look at that, if you include a penalty as a win, that's 4 wins in a row, which is really, really good. And it was needed because our form, it wasn't good for the start, really, especially in the Championship, 2 draws and a loss. But we've bounced back with 3 successive wins there, a loss there, and then a win there. So 4 out of 5 wins, can't really argue too much with that, and it was needed if you look at the league table. This is very, very tight. We are stuck in 9th, played 8, won 4, drew 2 and lost 2. It's not bad form actually, on 14 points, just a point off the playoff places, and just what's that, 3 points off the 2nd automatic place. So Middlesbrough are on 19th. If we could have beat Middlesbrough, it would have been wide open, just for saying, but they're in good form. 5 from 5, you can't really complain too much from that. They've only lost 1 game and drew 1, so fair play. Reading in 2nd, the 2 teams that have beaten us, by the way, in the league this season, Middlesbrough and Reading, 1st and 2nd, so I can take sort of solace in that. Millwall in 3rd, which is surprising. Sunderland in 4th. Birmingham in 5th. They were top in the league at one point, and I was really, really worried. But they're in 5th, and hopefully we can overtake them over the next couple of games. Ipswich round out the playoff places. So it's all to play for, really. And I think if we can continue a good run, we can push ourselves right up there. Because, to be fair, where we left off, we were down here. So we've pushed up, and we've done pretty well. But today isn't about the league action. Today, it's the Cup 3rd round. What sort of tie did we get? A few of you will know this from Twitter and the pages that I've already shown. But we're returning to Wales. And this is the team that's going to play today's game. We are back to the wing-backs. 3 at the back, Hansen, Ayer and Chester. So no John Terry. Neil Taylor's in at left wing-back. Pushed Brian out a bit. He's scored a goal in the last game, played well, so he's going to play again. James Bree's right wing-back. Just because I'm giving him a run in that position, a youngster, getting him some game time. The 2 midfielders, Hourihane and Lansbury, who's now going to play an attacking playmaker. An advanced playmaker in the middle there. I'm not sure if it's going to make a difference. Lansbury's been moaning who wants games, so I'm going to give him games. Robert Snodgrass is going to be on the right, Adoma on the left, so they can cut in onto their stronger foot. And of course, King Codger up front. It's good to see him back, I'm not going to lie. Especially on recording. He's played a couple of games for me, but it's good to see him back. On the bench, if we are struggling, Berker Bjarnason can come off the bench. He's wanted game time as well, but I played him last time and he didn't really play well. I think it was like 5.7 or something like that. So he's not playing today. Fede Varela's also there, and so is Lys Mousset if it goes wrong. We're starting on attacking. We're going for it. It seemed to work against Barnsley. Let's see if it'll work here. Cardiff City away. League Cup third round. Can we book a place in the fourth? It's a weird game, this one, really, because obviously being in the Cup, we've got nothing to lose. But at the same time, getting Cardiff in this draw when we could have got a really tough tie is actually a blessing in disguise in a way. Could be a blessing in disguise anyway, as they come forward with a throw and the highlight. Given away to Bree, though. Can he clear? Goes back to Johnson. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Passing it around at the back, which is nice. Hansen was a bit loose, but Adoma's there. And Lansbury now, looking to run the game from midfield. That's what I want from him. Let's see if he can do it. Hurahan getting forward. Neil Taylor as well, from the left. Good crossing. Codger's header. And the King is on his throne. He's back on his throne. He's rolling from the 6-yard box. Jonathan Codger with the header. It's 1-0 after just 12 minutes. Hurahan spread it wide. It was nice play from the midfield. Taylor's cross, I think it took a deflection. That's a bullet header. Murphy was a bit shaken by it in goal. Jonathan Codger. What a man. What a man. Cardiff have had the better of the game, but it's pretty even, to be fair. And James Hansen's got a knock. Good stuff. Corner to them. Pilkington with it. Ayers headed it away, and there's Clark. Can we win it? We can win it. It's Adoma coming away through it, and Snodgrass to Codger, who's all on his own by the looks of it, and Gunnarsson's nicked it off him. That was the wrong way to counter. And they're in. Kenneth Zahoure, the danger man, has rippled the side netting according to the commentary. That was a bit close. I'm hoping James Hansen can see out till half time, and I think he will. He rolls his free kick. Zahoure on the edge of the box. Joe Bennett, ex-Villa man, of course, winning across, and Zahoure's header, and Johnson is there. And Johnson's been a lot more dependent, really. Dependable is probably the right word, actually. In terms of being in goal for us, he's been better. He had a shaky start to the season, but he's been much better, and I think that's because we've got a settled defence, really. I've pushed Terry out, and he hasn't really played much, although he's going to come in here. What we have been doing, we haven't been absolutely dominating games yet. I haven't saw that from this team, and it worries me in a way. I think there's a lot of talent, and I don't know whether I'm just using the wrong tactics. Hurahan. Lansbury's a lot of space for him. He likes to hit them. He's feigned Jonathan Codger, and that is some finish. What a man. What a man Jonathan Codger is. He's got his second of the game, and boy have we missed him. It's 2-0, and now the game is in our hands. Hurahan found Lansbury, who, to be fair to him, has played very well, actually. And Jonathan Codger's finish is incredible. We've missed the deadly finisher. We haven't had it. Even Hogie, when he played, wasn't deadly. Codger's proved he is today. And I'm very impressed with Lansbury in the attacking playmaker role. I was a bit worried to place an attacking midfielder in the centre, but it's worked today, I would say. As we have another highlight. Codger's in a weird position. Snodgrass. Hurahan with a lot of space, and that's just why Conor Hurahan is deadly on the edge of the box. He scored a few already this season from that position. Couldn't do it there. We've made our 3 subs, by the way. I've just noticed that. So if they come back and this goes to extra time, we're screwed. But with 6 minutes to go, I'm hoping we can see this out. Time is ticking away. This has been a very good performance. Very good. They've had more shots and more on target, fine. But we should have had more of the possession, I would think. They've got a late corner with 30 seconds to go. Bjarnason heads it away. Junior Hoyler, who's a danger, and Mendes Lang has pulled a goal back, and surely that's just a goal. It won't count. It won't count. Happy days in Wales. Happy days in Wales. Johnson to take the kick, and that should be full time. There it is. Doesn't even get to take the kick. What a good win that is. Possession was actually pretty safe, but Cardiff 0, Aston Villa 2, and this is what Jonathan Codger brings. 2 deadly finishes. Carabao Cup 4th round. What a stupid sponsor name, by the way. League Cup 4th round I'm going to go with. Happy days. Jamie Hansen's got a gashed head. He could play through, but that's going to cost me needless money. I'll just use the club doctor. Out for 3 to 4 days. Won't bring him back for the next game. And that's fine. Not a problem. Codger inspires win. And Codger grateful for my faith. He spent 4 months out with a broken ankle. And He's very happy to be back in and scoring goals. And so am I. Villa's strong form over the first few weeks has given them a solid platform. Apparently. Okay, then we get the draw before the game, apparently. So let's get through this. There's only 16 teams and eight ties to draw. So let's do this. West Ham versus Man City is an all-Premier League clash. Chelsea will play Manchester United. That's a pretty big tie, isn't it? That's a TV tie if you ever saw one. All Premier League sides out so far playing each other. Leicester City, Premier League side as well. We'll play Swansea. That's good. Premier League. There are a lot of Championship sides in this, actually. Villa, Millwall, Brentford, Preston and Wolves. So those are all favourable ties there. Apart from maybe Tottenham. The rest, you could fancy your chances, actually. Watford are at home to play Tottenham. Wow, okay. So no Championship side has been drawn yet, with half of the draw done. Stoke, another Premier League side, against West Brom. They're all, wow. Which means that apart from Southampton, it's just Championship sides left. This is good. Wolves away will be for Brentford. And Aston Villa, we've got a home tie. Right, Millwall, Preston or Southampton. I'd fancy Preston. We get Preston. The gods are with us today, which means Millwall at home is a tough tie for Southampton. That is a very, very good draw for us. Okay then, so it's two very big historical clubs sitting in the Championship, battling today. Our recent form is now strong after another win, so that's pretty good. Theirs is inconsistent, and that is inconsistent, to be fair. Mark Warburton's manager of Nottingham Forest, which is good, the former Rangers man. He was sacked in real life recently, but he's there. He could be sacked soon if he carries on. It's the same, more or less, apart from a couple of changes. Of course, Chester, Terry is coming in the centre, which means Aya goes across to the left hand of the defence. Bree, Taylor, Hurahan, Lansbury keeps his place in the advanced playmaker role. He played very well last time. Snodgrass on the right, Bjarnason on the left. Adoma didn't really play well, and Bjarnason's wanting first team football. I don't see why not to give it him, really, if Adoma's not going to play well. So in comes Bjarnason, and of course King Codger up front. They're all fully fit, so the resting worked. Let's go. Eric Lehigh, a former Villa man. I'm going to point this out quite a lot. It's Velios. That's the guy who was at Everton, I think, up front for them, and Mustafa Carriol. So they're not to be taken lightly. Of course, a home game for us. Our home form should be important. If we can make Villa Park a fortress, we can really do well this season. It's Lansbury on the right. He's crossed it in, and there's Conor Hurahan. And what a start that is. 2 minutes in, Villa lead. Conor Hurahan, the two midfielders linking up, and that's moved us up to 5th if results say the same. They won't, because it's 2 minutes into a game. But that's good. That is good. Lansbury's low cross. Hurahan, deadly. He's a very good finisher, Conor Hurahan. He scored a couple this season, and he can keep that up all he wants. And we lead. That's good stuff. It's a corner for them. It's Osborne. Mackay's free on the edge of the area. That happens a lot. And Johnson has it in his hand. Very, very happy with that. The highlight's still going, so that could mean a break for us. A long kick, and Lansbury's onto it. Lansbury, a man recharged since coming into the squad. Trying to prove me wrong, I think, and I'm happy he's doing so. Conor Hurahan, Bjarnason, Taylor with some space. Can he find a cross? Codger's in there. Jonathan Codger heads over, and that's a chance for the King. That is a chance. That's the up-to-date league table, of course, so we are in 5th. Fulham also in 4th, who are beating Middlesbrough. There's an option going on in the thing. There's a thing going on in the background. Hurahan, Bjarnason, Lansbury now. Found Snodgrass. Bit of space for Snodgrass, who's picked out Bjarnason, and that's a good save by Smith. We are on attacking, of course, and it seems like the formation works well if we're on attack, so I'm not going to complain. We're dominating this game. For the first time, we're really dominating the game, which is good to see. What's possession like? Yes, we've got that too. Hurahan's corner. Codger flicks on, and there's Snodgrass. It's been deflected, and it's a goal for Aston Villa. Robert Snodgrass takes it. I think he'll get the credit too. And at 2-0, half-time, this is very, very promising stuff. It's a deflection off number 2. That might be Eric Lehigh, actually. Doesn't say the numbers on this one. It might be Lehigh. Snodgrass with a free kick from an area that really shouldn't have gone in, should it? Wow, it's 3-0. Half-time hasn't even come yet, and Snodgrass has his second. The goalkeeper is all over the shop here. All over the shop. Wow. We're dominant so far. I'm very happy. We're making all the chances. Look, here we go again. Lansbury to Hurahan. Look at the space for Conor Hurahan. Found Bjarnason. He's been muscled out of it, and Dorica comes away, and here's Velios. I had to mention about them if they get a goal, didn't I? Billy Mackay. Taylor's won it back, though. Neil Taylor can see why he's pushed Brian out. And here's Codger with a bit of space, taking on his man, Jonathan Codger. That's poor. That's poor. I'm sorry, King, I didn't say that. It's a red card for Birmingham. Kefton Bell has been sent off away at Derby. Ha, ha, ha. Oh. It was going too well. James Bree has twisted his ankle. He's going to have to come off. I have nobody that can really play the right. Brilliant. Right, Joe Bryan, I know you're a left winger, basically. You're now playing right wing back. QPR are beating Burton, but I bet Keenan Davis isn't playing. They haven't been playing him lately, and he's starting to get on my nerves. I might recall him and send him out on loan somewhere else, because I want to get him first team football, whether it's Championship, League 1 or League 2. He wants to play. Not many highlights in this second half. Here we go then. It's a corner for them. Mackay with it. It's headed down and Lansbury can get it clear. Now Snodgrass can lead a break for Villa. The fans will be loving this. Attacking football. Snodgrass right to the byline. What a run. Pulls it back. Conor Hurahan is deflected. The header, it wasn't deflected. It was just poor. It was well over. Good win by Darico. And here come Forest now who are looking for... I wouldn't even say glimmer. That's poor. That is poor. From Brian. And Mackay pulls a goal back. One silly mistake and the clean sheet has been shattered into pieces. The long ball over the top. I don't know if you blame Chester or Brian here. I think Chester misses his header. But Brian's not on the cover either. It's a bit of both. Daryl Murphy's cross. Mackay's finished. It's 3-1. I'm not worried though. There's 3 minutes. Well, 2 minutes to go. 5 minutes of added time? What is that? We've got a throw. Brian's gone right across to take it. He's crossed it in and there's Varela, and that should be 4. That is poor. I don't think Varela's scored for us yet. He missed a penalty, which was his chance, but I don't think he's scored. This should be full time. Brian hacks clear. There it is then, full time and a good, convincing win. The first one of the season, I would say, where we really had a convincing win. Partly, in fact, probably due to the change for Lansbury, so I'm glad he kicked off because I wouldn't have made that change. I'm very, very happy with how things are going. It's brilliant. And that'll be the end to episode 5 then. I feel really, really confident going into the next few games now. I feel much, much better about the side. How good is it to have King Codger back? A good win against Forest as well. Happy days. If you enjoyed the video, why don't you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, or drop me a comment. Until next time, where we'll be playing Wolves. Goodbye.